How's it going, everyone? So I just wanted to make a quick video about how and why you should train and prune your tomato plants. So my tomato that I'm growing in the container, in the root pouch, the Morgage Lifter tomato, that is growing really well, especially now that the weather's starting to warm up. It's putting on lots of leafy growth, lots of flowers, and lots of new shoots. So I'll be taking you over there and sort of showing you how you should train and prune your tomato plants, and along with that I'll also be explaining why you should be doing that as well. So we'll pop on over to the tomato, and I will get started on explaining and also showing you how to do it. Okay, so here we have my Morgage Lifter tomato in the root pouch, and as you can see, it's getting quite big. It really needs some support, which is one reason for training it, just to give it some support, because it's quite a vigorous grower. And it is putting on lots of leaves, and as you can see at the top here, lots of flowers and all these side shoots as well. So really the first thing I'm going to be doing is training it, and that is by getting some big stakes here, hammering into the ground, and I'm going to be choosing two main leaders. So I'm going to be choosing this shoot as one of the main leaders and the second one as the main leaders. So first I'll hammer the stakes into the ground and get them in position. Okay, so now I'm just going to be tying the two main leaders to the stakes, and with me I've just got a bit of yarn. It's best if you have more of an elastic based sort of string or material, or like fabric that you can use to tie around. This way it won't rub against the plant as much, and also as the stems get a bit thicker, it does bend and give way for that. So I'm just going to be tying two pieces of yarn around each stake. Not very tightly though, just loose enough so it can sort of be supported from the stake, but not so tight that it will cut into the stem. Okay, so now I'm going to be pruning the tomatoes. Now first I'll just give a few reasons why I prune tomatoes and why you should prune your tomatoes as well. First of all, you actually don't really need to prune tomatoes, but I like to do it because one reason is just to keep it tidy and neat. The tomatoes now have their two main leaders, and I'll be pruning off pretty much everything else that is growing. So not only does it keep it neat, but it also puts all the energy into these two main leaders, so they're strong and produce a lot of fruit. Another reason for pruning is to remove all the leaves. Again, this way that the plant will focus on putting its energy into fruit production and not the foliage. Pruning also helps to increase the size of the tomatoes that you get. You really actually don't lose much fruit. You might get some more, but they will be a lot smaller compared to if you do prune. You might get just a couple less, but they will be much bigger. So that way you get bigger fruit production as well. And then thirdly, another reason why you should prune is to maintain a good airflow of the plant. And this helps to prevent any pests and diseases coming and attacking your plant. So at the moment it's a bit scraggly, and if I keep it unpruned, it will continue to just keep on getting bigger and bushier. And that way not a lot of light and airflow will get through, so it'll be a lot more humid, and that way pests, especially things like aphids or mealybug, they can come and really attack the plant, or the plant could get a disease such as powdery mildew or something like that, and it can really affect the plant's growth and its fruit production. So what I'll be doing, as I said before, is just pruning off all of the leaves and all of these shoots as well, just to make sure that the only thing that is really growing is these main two leaders. So there you go, guys, that is how to train and prune your tomato plants. Now these two main leaders, they've got a lot of growth to go on these stakes, probably about 50 or 60 centimeters or so, or about 1.5 to 2 feet of growth until they reach the top. so these guys have plenty of time and space to produce some really big tomatoes. Now, before I finish up, I do want to give a massive, huge shout out to a very special group of people, and they are the patrons. So thank you very much, guys. My patrons are the financial backbone, I guess, so to speak, for my channel, where they just donate a few dollars here and there every month or so, and in return get some pretty neat rewards, including some just sort of behind the scenes and like other videos, well, not really behind the scenes, but other little video updates on the garden and other things. So thank you guys very much. Your names will be listed here if it hasn't been listed there already. But other than that, I will leave the video right there. So if you did like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up, and if you have any comments, suggestions or questions for me, pop them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you just want to say good day, that's great, and I'll say good day back. And lastly, if you want to see more videos like these tips and tricks sort of videos, then make sure you check out my tips and tricks playlist, which you can tap or click right here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do subscribe, because this way you'll stay updated for my channel, and whenever I post a new video you can come along and suss it out. So just click and tap up here. So again, I hope you guys really like that video, and I hope you're all having a cracker of a week, and I will catch you guys next time. Cheers all.